What's up, y'all? Today's message, I wanted to talk about flaws. And everybody has them. There's not one person in this world that is perfect. Not one. I wanted to talk a little bit about me and my flaws. I used to be karmic as fuck. I was out here acting a fool. And I was hurting others and not taking responsibility for my actions. But then karma came around. And that was when I realized I did this to myself. I chose all the wrong paths. I chose all the wrong friends, quote unquote. And I was just running amok. And I didn't care. And it took me a while. And I think it's has something to do with the spiritual attacks that I was having at the moment too. So that made it even worse because of my cloudy ass judgment. Plus I was always getting high every single day off weed. I mean, every hour on the hour, I had a blunt in my mouth and it was lit. Every hour on the hour. That was how messed up I was. I had to keep myself high in order to keep going. But luckily, I got through all of it by myself. I had no one to really support me or anyone to even give a shit. I guess they were just thinking it's my problem, which is true. I'll admit to it. It was my problem. But all the obstacles that I went through, it wasn't just a lesson learned. It was like how spiders, have exoskeletons, and they shed them. Or like a snake and how they slither out of their skin. I would say that's what it was. I was finally shedding my karmic skin. And I had to go through a long couple of dark nights. And it was more than a few. I felt regret. I felt pain that I put others through. You have to purge your emotions, your negativity out of your body and start all over. I mean, it took me a while to actually be able to look in the mirror and smile back at myself. It took a while. But before you can love anybody else, you need to love yourself first. And that's what I wasn't getting. I wasn't understanding it. But in order to drain the energy swamp, the confidence came back. And I guess fashion is part of being creative, right? So I was trying to get back into fashion, and I have Poshmark, I have Depop. I'll put my link up someday. I'm not worried about it right now. But once I started getting back into fashion, my creativity started, flowing. And that's when I realized that there are so many people out here that want to say that they're diamonds, but really in reality, they're cubic zirconias. And they're just playing a role. I didn't need to play a role. I didn't need to put a mask on. I didn't want to lie no more because I was being tired of being lied to. So that was another thing. I had to act on it and do it. I couldn't just walk the walk, or I had to walk the walk. I couldn't just talk the talk. That's what I meant to say. So, and that's when the individualism comes in. You don't have to bring yourself down to make somebody else feel better. You shouldn't have to. Like, if you want to look good and feel good and be yourself, your friends should be cool with that. No matter how different you look, or if you're the goofy ass motherfucker in the group, and everybody's looking at you like here they go, like that's not it. That ain't it. So that's when you realize individualism is a blessing, not a curse. Is it easy to stand out? No. You're gonna get looked at like you're fucking crazy, of course. But I'd rather get looked at crazy than to feel like I'm just conforming, following the rules, coloring in between the lines. Why not scribble outside of the lines? What's wrong with that? But anyway, after that, you start realizing that you need to forgive yourself for all the past mistakes, the bad choices, the bad habits that come with it, the bad mistakes. And we all have a crazy past. But you need to take accountability and actually mean it. And anyone can find their way, especially if I did. That's why I wanted to tell you what I went through. Because I'm a success story. In my eyes, even with just being me, that's my success. Just being me. If I do nothing else in this world, I just want to be me. And if I can find people with the same mindset that they just want to be themselves and not have to worry about being judged, then I did it. Anyway, have a good one, y'all.